Welcome back, glad to have you. Before we start our little well-rounded short sequence, let's drop into a meditation just for some grounding and to truly arrive on our mats. So let's have a seat. Crisscross applesauce is a good way to go. If your hips are kind of bent back like this, maybe sit on a block or sit on a small pillow. That way your hips can roll forward and your spine can get nice and straight. Let's gently close our eyes. Maybe rock your hips left to right as you're breathing. And maybe tuck your tailbone and stick your tail out. And keep doing that until you find you have a really good base, a really good foundation. Once you do, let's find some stillness. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose. Hold and let all the air out of your mouth. Do it again. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth like you're fogging up glass. On your next inhale, just like that, let's bring our shoulders up towards our ears, straight back, and then exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in, straight back, and melt your shoulders down. 1 more time. Straight back and melt. Ground that tailbone straight down. Let your arms hang heavy and let your hands be super light, either on the tops of your legs or in your lap. And just observe your breath for a moment. Don't try and change it. Don't try and alter it. Just note on its quality. Is it a long breath or is it a short breath? And you may notice that just by giving a little awareness to your breath, that it naturally starts to slow. Now imagine as you breathe in, a little space between each vertebra is created, extending your spine super tall, reaching the crown of your head towards the ceiling as if there's a little balloon attached. And as you breathe out, your legs get heavier, your feet get heavier. Breathing in, the back of your neck gets super long. And breathing out, you sink deeply. Bring your awareness to the tip of your nose, now that you've got your posture settled. And just observe the cool air coming in and the warm air retreating. Do your best not to label the breath. It's just a breath. Just note on the quality, the coolness, and the warmth. On your next exhale, let your arms just slowly melt towards your sides. And on your next inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Your eyes can be closed still. Breathe in, bring them up. Breathe out, bring them down. Nice. Let's place our hands on the tops of our knees, gently open our eyes. You can remove your pillow if you'd like. Place it to the side. And we'll start by lying on our backs, feet together, knees apart, and recline Baddha Konasana. Put your arms out like goalposts or rugby posts, wherever you're from. And as you breathe in, bring your arms up over your head, trying to keep your arms flat on the ground. You can smack your plant around if you want. And as you breathe out, bring your arms back down. You may notice my arms lift up a little, totally fine, but just try to keep them down for as long as you can. So that may mean relaxing your chest, really letting go here. Breathe out. Breathe in. Follow your own breath here. Now, if you need more of a stretch here, you can always put a block or a pillow either underneath your bum or right underneath your shoulder blades for a gentle chest opener. Either is super, super beautiful if that's exactly what you need. So on your next inhale, bring your arms up to where they almost come off the ground, but they're still on the ground, so you're finding that edge. Bring your knees up to the top and breathe out as you flop them over to the left. Gaze past your right shoulder and just hold here. Breathe out. Breathe in. Relax your glutes, relax your quads, relax your bum. Breathe in, bring your knees up. And breathe out, flop them to the opposite side. You may need to adjust your shoulders, totally natural. We are not equally tight or flexible on either side. Let's breathe in, bring those knees back up. Breathe out. Breathe in, hug those knees to your chest, bring your forehead to your knees. And let's rock up to on our knees, toes tucked. It's called Thunderbolt Pose. So as you breathe in, bring your arms up and overhead. Breathe out, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingertips, and bring that mega fist that you just made towards your heels. Check in with your posture. Make sure you're not sticking your butt out, so tuck that tailbone in. As you breathe in, bring your chin towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, carve a semicircle towards your right shoulder. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, left shoulder. Follow your own breath here. One more round. Get all evened out. Audible breaths are great, especially when you're doing video classes, because no one can hear you. Okay, breathe in, come back to center. Unlatch your hands, maybe shake it out a little bit, untuck the toes, and let's go into a downward facing dog. Walk it out if you need to. Maybe bend your knees generously and bring your chest towards your knees, opening up your chest a bit. And as you breathe in, bring your right leg between your hands, your left knee down. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, bring those toes up, forehead towards the knee. And we'll do just a little lungy sort of flow here. So breathe up, arms up, follow your own breath. Breathe out, hands back down. See how dynamic and intentional you can make your fingertips. Maybe imagine what sort of shapes they're carving into the sky. Are you breathing or are you holding your breath? Okay, and now let's meet up at the top of our crescent pose. put our hands at the top of that knee and maybe just push back a little bit. Notice my knee is still over my ankle and I'm just pressing my torso back. So I'm really getting into that left psoas. Breathe out, palms to the ground, tuck the back toe, high plank. Breathe out towards your belly. Breathe in, upward facing dog. From here, breathe out and let's roll onto that left hip. Make sure you're not dumping your ear onto your shoulder. If you feel sassy, you can put your hand on your hip. I'm kind of halfway feeling sassy. I'm going to be down here. And we're creating space between the hip and your lower part of your rib cage. So really push away from the mat with that arm. Breathe out. Let's go towards the center. Take a breath in. And breathe out. Let's roll towards that other hip. Keep breathing. I'm sassier on this side. I feel like a mermaid. Okay, breathe out, come back towards the center. Maybe wiggle it out a little bit if you need to. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Step it out anytime you need to. Dig your fingertips into the mat, especially if you have wrist issues. Breathe in, left leg forward, right knee down. Breathe in, arms towards the sky. We'll do that same little lungy sequence, following your own breath. So as you breathe out, fold forward. As you breathe in, arms towards the sky. Beautiful, intentional, sweeping movements with the arms. One more round, and we'll meet up in Crescent Pose. And from here, knee over ankle, place your hands at the top of that thigh, and just arch back, accessing that psoas on the right side. Shoulders away from ears, and make sure you're breathing. Holding your breath ain't helping anybody. Great, breathe out, hands planted, tuck that back toe, have the right foot meet the left, and let's meet with our feet about shoulder width distance apart, grab both elbows, and let's hang like a little rag doll. Breathe out, bring that left hand towards the mat, breathe in, bring that right arm towards the sky, that left knee is bent generously, right leg is straight. Breathe out, bend the right leg, bring the right hand towards the sky, unpeel towards the left. Now follow your own breath here. Breathe out as you come towards the mat. Breathe in as you come up. And really see how you can unpeel, unfurl, or bloom towards the sky. Let's meet down at the bottom. Bend your knees generously and slowly begin to roll our bodies up, vertebra by vertebra, the head being the last thing to come up. Breathe in, bring your shoulders towards your ears, straight back, and melt them down, palms facing forward. Close your eyes and just observe your body for a moment. Maybe notice the air at the tip of your nose. Cool coming in and warm coming out. On your next inhale, let's bring your leg out wide. Sound effects always work. Bring your hands behind your back. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Breathe out with a flat back. Let's bend forward. Bringing those that mega fist you just made towards the back of your head. One day, all of our fists will just, gently rest there. Breathe out, bring your hands towards the ground. Take a couple breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend that left knee for a side lunge. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, other side. And we'll just flow, follow your own breath here. Now, if you want more of a core challenge here, you can bring your hands to palms to heart center and stay low. Keeping that extended foot nice and flat on the mat. Shoulders away from the ears, that's probably the hardest part. Hardest part besides remembering to breathe, right? So one more round. And let's meet in forward fold. Hands on the ground. Let's heel toe our feet in and squat into Malasana. Elbows in front of the knees, posture nice and straight, so bring those shoulders up, back, and down. Gently close your eyes, and you can use those elbows to push the knees out if that feels good for you. If this is a difficult pose for you to sit in, you're always welcome to put a small pillow or a block underneath your bum. Can be helpful. Okay, let's breathe out. Go ahead and have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat. Let's go ahead and bring our left foot on the other side of the right foot. Now you can stay like this if that feels awesome, or you can bend that right foot where the foot is outside your left hip. So if both sit bones are not down flat, you may want to extend that bottom foot. So you can stay nice and tall here. That feels really good. Okay, or you can breathe in, bring that right arm up, hook it on the outside of that left knee, and gaze past that left shoulder. As you breathe out, you can soften and maybe twist a little deeper. See if you can let go of any tension. As you breathe in, you can get taller, creating more and more space in each vertebra. Breathe out, begin to unwind, and do kind of like a little side push-up. It seems funny, but then when you do it, you're like, that feels good. So let's do a dance move and swap our feet. And we're doing the same deal on the other side. Now, if one side was flexible and this side isn't, don't be alarmed. Just no shame in straightening that leg. So get your posture right. Bring that left arm towards the sky. Right hand near your bum. Breathe out, hook it on the outside of that knee, and gaze past your right shoulder. Breathing in, getting tall. Breathing out and twisting. Releasing. Smiling to yourself for showing up today on your mat, taking care of your body. See if you can twist a little deeper. Breathe in, come back to center. Breathe out, that weird little push-up on the other side. So from here, let's lay on our backs. Not Shavasana yet, almost though. Let's bring our hands down and bring our rear ends up. See if you can snug your shoulders underneath your body and make a fist here. So interlace your fingertips. So we've done lots of forward folding. I wanted to make sure we got at least a little bit of a back bend in here. So you're going to really use your glutes to push your body up. Keep breathing. It's challenging to breathe in these positions. which means it's only going to make your lungs stronger, which is pretty awesome right now. Breathe out slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Bring your back down onto the ground. And from here, take a moment to find what you need. Last few poses before we enter Shavasana. I like to do Happy Baby, which is bringing my knees up, putting my hands between my knees, and grabbing the outsides of my feet. It looks absolutely ridiculous, but I don't care because it feels awesome. You can kick your feet into your hands. You can use your hands to press your knees towards the ground. It's really anything goes. A lot of people like to rock. So find this moment for yourself to get exactly what you need. And make sure you're breathing. Okay, let's go ahead and release. Extend the legs out long. Bring the shoulders underneath the back. Palms facing towards the sky. Feet the width of the mat. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Relax your forehead, your cheeks, your chin, your tongue, your ears, your whole face. Relax your shoulders, your back. Let the back of your head just melt into the ground. Let your entire backside of your body feel like it has grown little roots. And every time you breathe out, you sink a little deeper. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana just as long as you please. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Mwah.